So Gravity taking down the first player. He's going to drop John Waiters and he's going to be falling back to the B side now. 4 versus 4. 1 minute 19 left on the clock. Nobody's started off strong. 5 rounds lead here, and Tumlin, he's making his way through mid, trying to find some more space for his team.
Does it work?
Yep. It looks as though the Lodi side are wanting to go towards the B side of things. They're coming together towards the tunnel. Going down connector now is MN. He's going to meet up with Tumlin with the bomb as well. Execute. They still have enough utility though to head up for an execute in the end. Poxy in a pretty good position to shut this one down, as long with the crossfire from Gravity, who's playing from the water pit position. Poxy's actually expecting a boost here.
Yeah, we can see the terrorists are actually taking it very slow. They are going to be walking in now. B Magic, he has been spotted by Poxy, but they don't check the position. The barrel's so strong for Poxy, gets himself a double. And now Gravity also able to chime in with 1. It's all onto Guinness. He's all alone. He has the up, gets 1, and then he is going to fall. So there we go. Acquire finally able to pick up the first round. And it is the first round we witnessed on stream, so we'll go ahead and say that they got the first round of the game. May as well have.
Yeah. And there's actually no delay between the GOT. So well,
right, that's what we want.
pause comes in. Doesn't look like it's a technical pause. The camera you're saying is actually acquire, just for everyone to know.
Yeah.
Actually, we can do the spec stats now. Select the get rid of this.
Should I have the config for it?
No, I just do default sales spec. Double upset coming out on acquire. Interesting. We got a lot of utility to work with as well. Finally, acquire gets something on the board. The maximum loss bonus. Chiming in with a round win. Obviously, going to have them enough to work with.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we have X-ray on the spectator? It seems we do. We're not using GoTV right now. There's a problem with us, so we are just going to be spectating. I'm trying to do the observing while I do a bit of casting. It's mostly going to be doing Goto.
Yeah. There's also another command over here. CL_bindings or something. CL_bindings.
Yeah, I have a config for it. My hands are so sweaty, man.
Spec binds or something. Show bind things, 0. It's the third one down. Did you find the game earlier against, what do you call it, Mixers easy?
Yeah, fairly easy. 14-1 first half. We got up to a bad start then on the CT side, but we still closed it at 16-6, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But it still seems to be going on. Everyone's sitting down at their PC. It doesn't really seem like there's a problem, so I'm not sure what this is. Perhaps nobody's just wanting to take a little bit of a tactical pause and just reset acquire her immediately. We can see their money, it's not very strong, so this actually could be what it's about. We can see the economy, if they lose this one they could be forced onto the eco, so I presume now they just want to put their best into this round, force the reset onto the economy of acquire and be able to run away with the game instantly.
If you look at also acquire,
no,
how
it is
double
technical,
setup.
Because they're talking in the chat about it.
Coach away? Oh wait, they're waiting on their coach, is it?
Oh, okay. Do they really need him?
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh wait. Are we allowed?
It's one top line, man. It's not a major. Talk all you want. How's the volume picking up me, by the way? How's the mic picking me up? So I'm not super close to it.
Watching from Spain.
We're in his hand.
Sounds good.
You didn't have to do a hashtag. You could have just done feels good, man. You would have got the emo.
Right, they're ready to unpause now, so it should be coming out.
Indeed. Looks like we are just about to get back into it. And as I mentioned now, boat economy is very, very fragile. The winner of this round likely going to be able to force the eco and get themselves at least one more round for free.
Yeah, and also to mention, acquire, obviously winning that round, the maximum loss bonus chiming in, but if they lose this one, they're pretty much reset for the rest of the half. So it's going to be a round they definitely want to win here. So it is going to be nobody's just grouping up, heading towards the B side, trying to just change up the pace, break down the side now. And Poxy, he's getting aggressive on short. Probably there to help him out. He's going to be first man in contact. He takes the first kill on the B Magic. He's going to be looking for the second, but John Witters with the head shuttle drop down Gravity. And Tumlin now and the rest of his teammates just getting onto this B side, but Poxy, he's playing from short. He takes the kill, and that's going to be the bomb going down as well in day 4 versus 3. Retake extremely possible, especially since John is 15 HP. MN and Guinness are still on full HP though. And on the CT side, double up setup still remaining. And the utility is actually still pretty high as well. But Daz starts off the retake by taking MN. And now it's going to be Guinness dropped by Poxy. John at least chiming in. He takes down Poxy, but Daz to finish it off. And that's going to be 5-2 now. Acquire get up their second round. And that's going to be the Nobody's Economy set back to Tech 9s and Pistols.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to be able to get themselves into this game. We can see, as you said, their economy, it's basically completely broken. It's not so bad actually. They may attempt to buy up. They could afford 3 AKs, but it instead looks like they're just going to spend that extra money that they have over to try and keep the economy of Acquire low themselves, do as much damage as they can. And these pistols against this double op setup, if they can close the range and get up close, you could definitely be a little bit of trouble for the Acquire side.
Yeah, someone also mentioned, look at Poxy and Gravity's utility, there's nothing. So that's going to be a bit of a problem holding off these executes from the T side if they just rush something. But Ivanov with the op doesn't need utility. He picks up 2. Lamser finds another 2. And it's going to be the finishing kill coming out by Lamser actually. It's going to be the score 3-5 now. Acquire starting to come back into this one. Slow start. Started to wake up. But this is the round that really matters now. Nobody's on full utility. They got full, well, not full utility, but they got full buy. AK's on the AWP coming out in Guinness as well, so yeah, it's going to be a tall task for Acquire to win this one, but if they do, it sets them in good stead for coming back with a pretty good scoreline in this half. But the flash coming out quickly will force Daz off that aggressive angle, looking for that early pick, unable to do so, and now it's instead Guinness who takes the party position with the AWP, and Lamser now securing long control as Daz actually takes the kill onto Guinness, so that's the op out of the hands of the T side. Tumman trades back though, 1-for-1 trade into a 4 versus 3 as Daz chimes in again as he takes down Tumman, and now it's going to be the bomb left right in the clutches of the CT side, and Daz's scope again, which is watching that down, and Magic has decided just to fall back down to connector.
Yeah, also I want to apologise for the terrible observing. I can't really see the numbers very well. I have bad eyesight, so I'm trying to actually just do it as I'm watching the game, and I have no sound. So, but anyway, we can see now they are down by 1 man. They have at least been able to retrieve the bomb. That's back into the hands of B Magic, and it looks like they are going to go ahead and take this back towards B. As we can see, B Magic making his way down connector. One player currently just out in the T spawn just outside Monster. It looks like this is going to be their end goal, to try and hit this B site.
Yeah, the door opens. Magic is looking for the early kill here. No players from the CT side will be there to greet him just yet, so I'll open up Monster control. But Gravity, he's the gatekeeper of Monster. He's wanting to shut this down. The smoke's starting to dissipate now. The bomb has been thrown over, and Magic going to be pushing through. The high HP player will take the headshot, and Gravity's dropped, and now it's going to be MN trying to trade frag as he's looking for this to extend upon it, as Poxy looking to just try and shut down this bomb plant. But unable to do so, as the smoke will cover it off. Magic chimes in, shuts down Poxy, and MN will find a headshot on the Lamser as well, just left on Daz. He's picked up 2 so far. He's been having a pretty strong game, just starting it off, but let's see if he can do any more. He's picked up 2 at the start of the round, but MN will rip his head off from below, and that's nobody's getting another round on the board. 6-3 the scoreline now, and the economy looks pretty good on the Acquire side nevertheless, and nobody's actually come out with a worse economy. If you see Tomlin's left, has he got an AK there for him? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, this is another one of those rounds that's really going to mean a lot to either team. The reset once again, this is going to be one of the most important rounds, I'd say, this half. This will either be nobody's running away or Acquire keeping their chance of building up a decent half on the CT side of overpass. And as we can see now, it is going to be the T's once again looking to try and take control of connector. We can see this time though Acquire, they've actually gone counter aggressive. It's Ivanov, but he is alone here. That means that he's not going to have any potential trades.
But this is a really strong position, and he's shown it is, and that smoke is able to keep him alive for long enough. But Tumman, he finds the trade frag elsewhere as he drops Gravity, and Guinness is going to be getting a kill of his own. He'll shut down Ivanov, and now it's into a 3 versus 3. Lamser could find himself a bit of an issue with that nade. Finishes off Tumman, and that's going to be extremely good for the Acquire side, but it is a 2 versus 2 now. John and MN, both high HP against Lamser and Daz. The AWP still in the hands of Daz, and he's playing all the way back towards A site in a defensive position. And Lamser, he's going to be rubbing salt in the wound as he gets another kill on MN. And that's going to be in the 2 versus 1 now. John making his way up through playground. Catches out of Lamser looking on the wall. So that's going to be an easy kill for him every day of the week. But Daz is the man here. He's going to be looking for that kill, and he'll find it. And that's going to be Acquire going 4-6 now. They're starting to come back, especially they really screw with the economy of nobodies.
Yeah, just so you know, by the way, John Walters is actually Neeks.
Neeks?
Oh, yeah, Neeks.
Yeah, I hate when everyone changes their surnames.
Yeah, he's actually, I think he's playing on a Smurf account. Smurf account is always called John Walters. Perhaps couldn't get access to his Steam guard.
Neeks,
sure.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, but as we can see now, the buy on both sides, it's not really perfect. Interesting that Gravity goes for the AUG. Ivanov only going to have the FAMAS, and they definitely are lacking the utility. It is the full buy coming in once again from nobodies, or at least all of that they could afford. They spent all of their money, and it's not all that strong, to be honest. So actually Ivanov with the FAMAS going to be able to get himself 2. Gets himself the 3rd, takes Martin down, and this may just be the round already in favour of Acquire. It's Ivanov putting in the work. Needs to be careful though. There is 2 players that remain just outside of the monster position, but now it's all down to Neeks. 1 versus 5, and he needs to at least get a little bit of damage done here. Doesn't want to let Acquire build up a really strong economy here if they remain with all 5 players.
Yeah, Neeks left in a 1 versus 5 here. He has the bomb in hand. Probably just wants to hang on to this armor and smoke and flash, because every little helps going into the next few rounds. Players getting quite loud over at the Princess's game. I don't know what the score that is on that.
Perhaps we could ask someone to get us an update in a minute. But you can see Neeks, he is still alive in this 1 versus 5. He's just going to be taking his time, hoping that someone on Acquire will make a mistake, perhaps hand them over a weapon. But right now that's not going to be happening. We can see they're playing it fairly passive, and Gravity with the AUG, he's going to go ahead and close that round out. So Acquire, they take a 5th, and now that's 5-1 since we've actually joined into the server Acquire. Building themselves up some pretty decent momentum, and they're definitely showing a pretty strong CT side now recently on this half.
Yeah, especially look at nobody's economy is completely broken now at this point. They're just gonna best they can get is Deagle. P250 coming out as well, so that's probably going to be at least a few kills coming in their way if they play properly. But an AUG coming out in Gravity. He's been a player that kind of likes to play these unorthodox weapons. We have, especially in the league. But anyway, here goes Neeks. He's going to get caught out by Ivanov. He's find quite a lot of success with this. Famasi finds the 2nd. Looking for the 3rd with the P250, but that's going to be Tumman's Glock, actually. We'll take out Ivanov, and now it's Lamser. He's going to be playing close. He's spotted out 1 player. He's going to be spraying them down. He takes down MN. And now it's Tumman trying to trade frag with his Deagle, trying to find that opening kill to get towards long and maybe get the bomb down, but he thinks better of it as he is making his way up towards Party instead. But Daz, that was an easy kill for Tumman, but anyway, Daz will turn around, takes the kill. 6-6 now. Acquire tie the odds up.
Only losing that 1 player, and being the FAMAS also on the hands of Ivanov, that's not really going to be too big of a deal. He should be able to buy up himself or even get dropped an M4, as we can see. Daz, he has a bit of extra money, and there we go, he will indeed drop over an M4 to his teammate. And now coming into this buy round, we are going to see Acquire with still a pretty decent economy even if they lose it, but coming into this buy round, this is when nobody's need to start getting some more rounds onto the board. 6, they'd be fairly happy with that, but considering they had the 5-0 start, they probably want some more out of it, and it is going to be actually a great start from this time. Guinness with the AK going to be able to catch the aggression of Daz off guard, takes him down, and now nobody's with 5 versus 4 early on.
That's definitely not going to be good for Daz. He's been quite an aggressive player, finding those early kills, then sort of towards the end of the round he falls back to a more passive position and just holds that turret style. But meanwhile, Tumman does rip off Ivanov's head and send it to man advantage yet again, as Tumman will extend upon that into a 2 versus 4 now. Poxy and Gravity, the mirror players alive. Gravity has relocated himself towards A side now with the AUG, but Poxy, he'll take Guinness, who finds a bit of aggression towards short. He'll be dropped. That's a kill going in the way of Poxy, and now it's going to be into a 3 versus 2. Tumman has picked up 2 so far in this round. He's been playing quite strong, but it is a grouped up approach that nobody decided what to do here. 3 players from Monster. Magic will be the man leading the charge. Actually, it is Neeks with the AWP going to be looking at every barrel, but Poxy is playing in quite common position, but staying alive long enough, though. That should be heard, though, the drop from him, and he's going to be trying to find the kill here, but Magic will rip him apart, and now Gravity is starting to rotate back. It's pretty late rotate from Gravity, considering Poxy's seen hurt so much. Anyway, Gravity trying to edge closer. He has the AUG in hand. He's going to be trying to find at least 1 or 2 kills. I mean, the retake will be pretty difficult for him in the end, but he's dropped down. That should be the information gathered now for the T side. There's a flash, but someone comes around behind, takes down Gravity, and nobody's taken the lead yet again.
Yeah, you have to say though, that push into the site alone by Guinness was a little bit preemptive. You put it down to it was still a 3v2 in favour of nobody's, of course, but that's never one situation for 100%. You'd obviously rather keep that 4 versus 2. I guess he must have thought that the B side would have been clear, but as we know, it clearly wasn't, and that could have been a turning point in the round. Luckily enough, nobody's, they were still able to close it out fairly easily afterwards.
Guinness and Daz showing down towards mid. Neither of the players are going to come out on top, as Daz thinks better of overextending himself, falls back to a more passive defensive position, and it's Lamser playing from the toilets. He's going to be watching this A-long position, as meanwhile on the opposite end of the map, Neeks takes the kill. Guinness finds another, but Poxy is trying to keep this in Acquire's way, but Magic and MN are making that extremely difficult, and Poxy is now left alone. He's picked up 1 so far, but the 1 versus 4 retake with 1 minute and 14 seconds left on the clock is going to be pretty difficult for him. And Molotov making it even more difficult, as now he is making his way up the stairs. He's trying to find at least 1 or 2 easy kills here, just try and get some weapons out of the hands of the nobody's side, because at this point the economy is pretty low on both teams, so you kind of want to get as many weapons as you can out of the side. But the game, actually, the Princesses versus Popo game, Princesses ran away with it. I think it's like 12-1 or something at one point, so they're definitely leading it quite strongly. But anyway, back into this game. Acquire's economy is completely broken at this point.
Yeah, and they have fully invested. I think it's not a very strong buy by any means. Of course, it is the last round, so they have to go ahead and do that. But as we can see, it's only a FAMAS, 2 UMPs, and 2 pistols that they're going to be working with, and they're swapping it up, going fast into the B site this time. It is going to be Tumen that finds himself the opening frag, and now Poxy's still alive with his 5-7, has to try and get some work done, and it's not going to be successful. B Magic takes him down, and that means that they will have full control of this B site.
Yeah, Magic trying to find another kill. He will find that kill on the Lamser, and Ivanov's dropped by MN, and he finds another kill on the Daz, and that's going to be the half ending 69 in the favour of Nobody's. Still not such a bad scoreline for Acquire, considering Nobody's are coming into this one as the favourites, but Acquire, pretty good score nonetheless.
Bringing it back from that 5-0, the 5-0 deficit that they had at the beginning, also, it's not so bad as we can see. Nobody's, they did take the first 5 rounds, and then from there on out, Acquire took 3, reset the economy once again, and Nobody's took another 3 for themselves. So I'd say they'll be decently happy with that, considering how it begun. But they are going to need this pistol round, I'd say, if they want to give themselves a chance to come back into this. Nobody's, if they take that, I think they'll probably just run away with it. They are the better team, the better individual players.
Yeah. Are they missing Cinder?
Yeah, they don't have Cinder. They don't have Cinder, Wendansky or Connor, because they're all over and currently playing the Gfinity Elite Series.
Yeah, so
it's Neeks, Tumen, B Magic, Martin, and Guinness right now.
Still a pretty strong lineup, especially. But
definitely, yeah. Anyway, we are going to be just straight live into the pistol round, it seems. Over on the T side, it's going to be Daz that picks up the utility. And over on the CT side, B Magic, he's going to go ahead and pick up that defuse kit. And as we can see, it's looking to just be a fast mid play right now from the T side. Neeks, he went aggressive into connector, try and get some info, and he should have heard those steps towards middle.
Yeah, it is Neeks falling back now to the side is after he hears such information, but Ivanov and his teammates are making their way up A-long, not going slowly either, as they are starting to split off now through toilets. It looks like an A-split is on the card here. Daz with the smoke and the flash in hand. Actually, Neeks gets dropped down pretty low here to 14 HP. It's going to be Tumen on the flank here. He's made his way through middle and through connector now, but it's going to be A site, the point of contact. As 2 headshots come in, both one from Neeks, one from Guinness, but Lamser's there to trade frag as he drops Guinness and India 3 versus 4 now, but Lamser and Gravity come in from the site, from nowhere, just take 3 headshots, and now it's going to be Tumen. The flank has to be successful here. He's made his way through, but the bomb is on the other side, and this has been pretty much soft from Acquire here, so the retake's still pretty hard. They have a kit in hand though, so if they can find 1 or 2 headshots, should be pretty easy for them. But anyway, Daz is doing a lot of damage here. He's dropped one player extremely low. Tumen has found that kill on the Gravity, but the time is ticking away now. He has to find 2 headshots, and it won't happen as Lamser will pick up the pistol round for Acquire.
Yeah, and that's definitely what they needed. It was a very nice play with them. We saw that they actually, I didn't realise that the thing wasn't up. We saw that they actually went ahead and planted behind the box. I'm not sure if they were 100% sure about the flank, but because they got a couple of kills, they just smoked it off, planted for a bank, and it worked out perfectly for them. It denied B Magic and Tumen on that flank any sort of chance to deny the plant and give themselves a better attempt at the clutch. But as we can see now, Acquire, it looks like they're just going to be going fast towards B, making their way in through the B water, and it's actually a B stack coming in from Nobody's. This could be really dangerous. The pop flash goes in. Guinness with the deagle gets himself 2. Ivanov, luckily enough, will be able to trade 2 back, but it's going to be Neeks with the 5-7 with a double of his own, and it's continued 2 mans coming in from every player here. Gravity now, he's taking the first of his own, actually a second I believe, and he's going to need to double that if he wants to win the round out now for Acquire. Looking like a potential upset in the round following the pistol.
Yeah, and the bomb is right in his clutches, but to Guinness spot him out, Gravity picks up the first kill. The clutch is on as one player is extremely low. Neeks, 24 HP, gets a lot of damage dealt early, but 91 versus 1. 1 minute 10 on the clock still left, so Gravity has plenty of time to work with. He can go anywhere on the site now that he's got the bomb. He's got no utility, so fake isn't an option for him at this point. And Neeks just waiting in behind the wood, making sure that he's confirmed what side Gravity's gone to before just gambling, because he has such low HP. He has Molotov in hand, so that could do quite a bit of damage as well to Gravity. But making his way up the ramp towards the B side now as Gravity's checking every angle, but if timing works out, Gravity could find himself dead in the space of 3 seconds. But it is Neeks stuck behind the sandbags. He still has that Molotov in hand, but Gravity, this could be huge for Neeks, and he will just peek out. He'll take the kill on Gravity, unable to clutch it out for his team. Patience playing perfect for Neeks.
Yeah, Gravity, it was a nice attempt on the clutch, but Neeks just playing that too smart, just biding the time behind the sandbags, waiting for Gravity to try and make the play, because he knows he had the big advantage. He couldn't really go ahead and just take the fight, and because of that now Nobody's set Acquire, and it does look like they are just going to go ahead and go for the eco. They have one smoke and they have a couple of flashes, so we may see some form of an execute, but right now it looks like they are just going to be trying to barrel their way out mid, get up close with his Tech 9s and the other pistols that they have.
Lambs are starting the aggression off for his team here. The rest of the teammates are around, but Guinness is doing a great job staying alive here. He's picked up 2, but the Glock too much for him to handle, so he'll be dropped. But MN from behind, he'll find 2. Actually 1, sorry. He's going to be trying to find a second here. The bomb is in his sights, so at least they know the bomb's dropped, but that smoke should be able to allow Lamser to pick it up and head his way back to the A side with his teammate. But Poxy gets caught out from Tummin. He's coming up the connector and he finishes off taking down Lamser. That's going to be 2 kills coming out by Tummin. And then nobody's set back to 11-7. Looked as though Acquire still had a chance to come back into this one, winning that pistol round, but
Interesting by
walking right into a stack on the anti-ecos. Bit of an issue for them, but anyway.
Yeah, they probably should have went for something such as a default, just trying to fill out the CT side defense. Instead, they just ran straight into the B site, no info beforehand, and they just got torn completely apart by Guinness with the Deagle, and then Neeks with a 3 kills of his own with that 5-7. And as we can see, they've gone for a force play here. They want to try and get themselves back into this game now. They don't want to allow nobody to get up to 12, and perhaps they think that's too big of a lead. So we can see they're going to be working with that AK, 2 UMPs, a Galil and a Tech 9. It's not perfect, but they have the utility, and as we can see, currently going to be grouping up outside B. Neeks going for aggression, the flash though, perfectly timed. Hamzer's going to go ahead and fall, and that's going to be an opening kill once again for nobodies. And now the T is looking to make their way into the B site. Gravity, he's going to be the player in the spearhead of the charge. He's going to be able to take down B Magic with the Tech 9, and that actually will allow the bomb plant to go down at least. But as we can see, the CTs, they still have really great positions. Neeks, he went aggressive, and because of that, he has a great after plant. Ivanov taking down Guinness, but it is going to be continuous trades coming in now, and it looks like the CTs so far, they are going to be coming out on top of it, all onto Poxy. 1 versus 3, Galil in hand, and it's not going to work out. So there we go. Nobody's going to take that round anyway and take that 12-7 lead. And now Acquire going to be back onto the eco, I believe.
Yeah, extremely strong comeback by nobodies. They started to look a little bit weakish, a bit shaky towards the end of the half, but starting back now, starting off strong as the buy doesn't really work out for Acquire. They're set back to pistols by the maximum loss bonus, able to chime into this next round. Will they be able to buy up some AK-47s and AWP even on Daz's hands? And who knows, it could be a pretty good comeback coming out of Acquire. But anyway, we're getting underway now. Full buy coming out on the nobody side. They've got 3 M4s and AK-47 AWP on Guinness. But Guinness is getting charged down here. The Tech 9 comes out on top. Lamser finds a kill, but it is going to be Neeks and MN chiming in as he finds a second. Actually, MN is doing a lot of work towards middle here. It's going to be into a 2 versus 4. MN doing a lot of damage. He's trying to finish it off with the USP of all weapons, but hasn't found it just yet. It's going to be into 2 versus 4 now. Poxy is left just outside the monster. He has the Deagle in hand. He's trying to find some economic damage. And it is going to be a push coming in through connector. And Poxy again trying to find more damage, but Tomlin will shut it down, and Neeks with a finishing off kill will take down Ivanov. And nobody's 13-7 now. They're starting to look extremely strong. If you actually look at the performance from Tomlin, he's been an absolutely huge player for them. 20 and 12 he's got right now.
Yeah, no one really too far slacking behind on nobody's. Everybody's doing their job. We can see B Magic is currently bottom of the scoreboard, but that's not really too big of a deal. Everyone is really carrying their weight, and Tumlin just taking that little bit extra.
But Daz is actually a bit vacant on the T side at the minute. Daz is usually that player that you really want on Acquire to go ham with the AWP.
Especially with facing off against operas such as Tummin, even Neeks and Guinness. It is going to be Guinness that's using it now, as we can see, but Tummin and Neeks both more than capable with a very, very strong operas. I'd say probably all 3 of them are better than Daz on their normal day, but Daz, he does have a high skill ceiling. We've seen him hit some pretty great shots, and that's probably what they need this game now. He needs to start showing up if they want to be able to come back into this.
Ivanov actually just talking with Daz over there, you can see on camera, but
yeah.
So probably just trying to
get his head back into this game. They're not out of a any chance. They can still win this back out from now. They have the full buy. Dad's going to be on the up. We haven't actually seen him on it that much now on the T side. I think this might be the first one that he's been able to purchase up because of those pretty weak buys that they went for previously. So this is when he can try and bring himself back into the game, and I'd like to see him perhaps just go early on for a pick with it, get the opening pick and make nobody's kind of on the back foot and have to try and make a play, because at the moment they're kind of just walking straight into the setups, and nobody's, they do play these crossfires etc just a lot better, and just so far has just been a bit of a demolishing CT side so far.
Yeah, but Daz, there we go. He picks up the kill. That's going to be exactly what you want. Daz's confidence needs to get started as well as his performance here. But he's looking for a kill on the Ivanov here, but Ivanov wins that battle, and that's going to be into a 5 versus 3 right off the bat here. And there's Neeks coming through the connectors. Poxy finds another kill, and now it's left all on Neeks and Magic left in a 2 versus 5. 1 minute 20 and an absolutely beast performance coming out by Acquire. So early on in the round, they pick up so many kills, but at least some sense coming out by Magic. He picks up 1. That'll keep the man deficit to 2. And it's going to be Neeks now. He has a perfect position here. He could find so many players. He's playing it perfectly. The smoke, actually, look at the gap he has. This is perfect for him to find some more kills. Poxy going to walk right into this one. And actually, Neeks falling back with that kill. Not going to be overextend, which is probably what Acquire wanted at this point. And actually, he does overextend, but that flash keeping him alive long enough for his teammate to arrive here and get the trade frag. And Lamser is dropped now. The AWP actually throwing it away for the AK. Probably best for this situation. 2 players now. Daz holding the headshot angle, misses the shot. But anyway, he has a teammate here to help with him, but he doesn't need him. Daz will pick up the second kill into the round.
That's the caster's jinx. He heard us calling him out and he stepped it up in that round. Only 2 kills, but the first one probably the most impactful kill he's had so far all game. Getting that opening frag, it really made nobody's a bit flustered because that hasn't been happening. They weren't really prepared for it. They've really been the team that's just been dominant early on into the rounds, and that time going down 4v5 early on, every single player just tried to push and bring it back, and it just didn't work out. Acquire, they were able to capitalise on it very, very well.
Daz actually looking for the aggressive pick again, but no one is going to be granting him that just yet, as they have learned from their mistakes. They're going to be playing back towards toilets passively, making sure that Acquire don't get that opening pick that did just spring off the win of the round. But Acquire actually have this really nice a long execute. I think I've seen them do once on overpass. Let's see if they can use. They haven't really been using much strategy in this game so far, so maybe if they get their strats rolling, they start working, plus the individual skill on Daz and other players on the team as well, could be an interesting game. Could be a comeback, but it's a slower play coming out now. Acquire are just feeling out their opponents. We just see 2 players actually. I believe it's Ivanov and Lams are heading towards A long together. Man is going to be there to greet them. As the flash comes out, he's going to peek. He spots out the... Actually, I don't think so. I think the flash flashed him. Yeah, so the information is not gathered. The flash works this time as MN strikes. He takes the first kill. The Lams are looking for the trade frag, but MN too quick on the trigger. Yellow drop. Lams are as India 3 versus 5 now. 45 seconds left on the clock, and now Daz looking to scavenge up the battlefield, try and find some more players who are lurking around this part of the map. He sees fallen teammates, but the culprit is not there. MN has fallen all the way back towards the A site. And now information is gathered for Daz. The A long is clear now, so they're just going to be expecting probably an AWPer playing on the A site. But Guinness, if he's not careful, he could get caught out here. He's looking the opposite direction, but that Molotov should change his attention towards A long here. Gravity going to be the first man in. The entry fragger for Acquire here. Going to be looking for the frag here. He's made his way through Bank, and actually a whiff shot from Guinness will allow him to do so. Man shutting down Daz. And Neeks and go, but Gravity. Perfect spray control. What a spray transfer, but too much from behind as Tommen will come in and just shut him down through the wall.
Yeah, that was a filthy spray control right there by Gravity onto the second player. We caught it just in time, but this isn't good. Nobody's going to reset the economy of Acquire completely, and as we can see, this should allow them to get up to match point. Of course, though, Acquire, they don't want to allow that to happen. They are going to be going in with the full buy. That they can afford, at least when I keep saying full buy. I don't know why, but I mean, fully invest in all of their economy, and all they're really able to get out of that is 4 Tech 9s and a UMP. They do at least have a decent amount of the utility DUs, but this time it looks like it's just going to be a straight up fast B hit. Not really using this utility to what it could have been.
And here goes Neeks. He's picked up 1 actually. Tomlin chimes in and shuts down 2 players, but Magic's there to shut down Daz. He finishes it off by taking down Gravity, and that's going to be nobody's on map point now. 15 to 8. Yep. It's the last chance for Acquire, and their economy is just broken, so probably just another fast execute, get it over and done with, or getting over and done with quick. Actually, Daz has picked up his scouts. Let's see if we can find some early frags.
Yeah.
Could do a lot of damage actually with the scout. Man, a little bit of shit talking. But anyway, Daz getting through the connector now. The smoke does come in. The nade is there as well, but unluckily for Daz, the player will get across safely, shut down his teammate in the form of Gravity. It's India 5 versus 4 now. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Nobody's picked up the man advantage early on, and that's exactly what you don't want if you're Acquire going into this last round. And he's been lurking around this toilets area towards long and middle quite a bit in this half. He's been quite successful in doing so as well. Guinness shuts down Daz. Ivanov there to get a kill with the Deagle though, but not for long as he's shut down by Guinness. And now it's India 4 versus 2. That Molotov going to be forcing Poxy off the stairs now towards middle. Lambs are there as well. But the flank coming in from Magic, but actually Lamser spots that one out from a mile away. He has shut down the headshot onto Magic, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3. Lamser trying to force his way out of this position. It's a pretty strong call coming out by Nobodies. They have pretty much every angle covered. There's a player towards B as well as a player towards A long and one in the toilets, but Poxy, he's just waiting out some aggression. They have some time to work with, but this is the final nail in the coffin, I believe. And coming in from behind, is it going to get spotted out? Poxy gets dropped, and the second player should be there for grabs, and he'll get dropped. 16-8. The final scoreline. Acquire take their first. Actually, sorry, Nobody's take the first map against Acquire.
Yeah, and fairly dominantly 16-8, I'd say. They didn't really have too much of a trouble. It was really Acquired. They picked up 6 rounds on the CT side, but they never really got rolling over in the T side. Only 2 rounds in total, and both times, well, the first time was the pistol. That would have been their chance to come into this half, but didn't work out. Immediately reset after they finally did pick up another round also.
Acquire actually didn't really have much to show, to be fair.